He has given us his philosophy. Now he gives us his identity. Or rather, he tells us he has none. In the shadow of his proud manifesto, Iago now delivers the most famous, terrifying, and paradoxical self definition in all of literature. A line that doesn't just describe his plan but unmakes his very soul. Welcome back to LitLoom. This is it, the core. We've heard Iago's grievance, his scorn, his creed of deception. Now he looks within and tells Rodrigo and us what he finds here. These 10 lines, 56 to 65, build to the single most important statement in the play. I am not what I am. This is the black hole at the center of the tragedy. This isn't just another part of his speech. It's the logical and spiritual conclusion. He is moved from "this is how I act" to "this is what I am." Except what he is a negation, an emptiness wearing a suit of lies. He begins with a strange conditional oath. Let's see what it is. "For sir, it is as sure as you are Rodrigo. Were I the Moor, I would not be Iago." What is this? Think about it in this way. As sure as your name is Rodrigo. Now here he grounds a profound metaphysical statement in the most basic fact of identity. But then the twist. If I were Othello, I would not be Iago. This sounds obvious, but it's profound. He is saying his entire identity, Iago, is defined in opposition to Othello. He exists only as the not Moor. His self is contingent on the man he hates. His being is parasitic. Now here, Othello's weakness is highlighted because he couldn't understand, who couldn't recognize the people. Okay, so what Iago says is, if I am Iago, I would not believe. If I am Othello, I would not believe Iago. I would not be Iago. Now see how intelligent, clever, understanding, and observing, far-sighted Iago is. This is what we call the smart villain, who can figure out, provide, idiomatically explain, philosophically explain what he is doing. Okay? In following him, I follow but myself. Now here he explains this relational existence. The paradox deepens. Now this is a paradox, right? He says, instead of following him, I would better follow myself. Right? By following Othello, I am only serving myself. That is the simplest idea you could take. His apparent subservience is the ultimate act of self-assertion. His path to his own goals runs directly through the destruction of another. His self is a path of destruction. That's what he said. Okay. Now he explicitly divides appearance from reality, which is a core theme throughout the entire play. Heavens be my judge. Okay. Heaven, God knows. Not I for love and duty, but seeming so for my peculiar end. This is a chilling line. Let heaven judge me. He doesn't care about divine judgment at all. It's not that I act out of love and duty, but I seem to for my own private purpose. He names the virtues he impersonates: love, duty. These are the very bonds that hold society and relationships together. He wears them as disguises. His peculiar end, his private goal, is the only truth. He gives the reason for his duplicity in a stunning metaphor. Let's see what that is. For when my outward action doth demonstrate, when my outward action truly show the native act, the truth of my behavior, truth of my act, and figure of my heart, in compliment extern, it will outdraw, it will show what sort of a character you are. 'Tis not long after, but I will wear my heart upon my sleeve, for doors to peck at, for crows to eat. Let's unpack this. If my outward action ever truly showed, demonstrate the real shape and the motion, the native act and the figure of my heart in external courtesy, in other words, if he ever let his mask slip and was genuinely outwardly honest about his feelings, then what? It wouldn't be long before I wear my heart my sleeve for doors to peck at. Doors are jackdaws, stupid chattering birds. Okay, this is one of Shakespeare's greatest images of vulnerability. To be honest, to be true, is to be exposed, weak, and destroyed by force. He seems authenticity as suicide. The mask isn't just a tool, it's an armor. And now, the line, the summation of his being. I am not what I am. Pause. Let's let this sit. It's a direct, blasphemous inversion of God's statement to Moses in the Bible. I am that I am. Exodus 3:14. God defines himself as pure, essential, truthful being. But Iago defines himself as the opposite, non-being, essential falsehood. His I am is a lie. His existence is a performance. There is no core. He is the walking, talking embodiment of dramatic irony. He is the ultimate actor whose only role is to have no true self. This isn't just a cool villain line. It's the DNA of the entire tragedy. The thematic core. The play asks, how do we know what's true about love, about loyalty, about a person? Iago is the living answer. You can't. He is the walking question mark. Second, the engine of the plot. Everything that happens stems from this. Othello believes in I am what I am. He is honest, direct, not easily jealous. Iago exploits that by being his inverse. He makes Othello believe appearances, the handkerchief, Cassio's gestures, over the reality of Desdemona's heart. Third, the challenge to the audience. He says this to us. He makes us complicit in knowing his I am is a lie. While the characters on the stage must believe his seeming, we become collaborators in this tragedy. Last, the modern resonance. This is the voice of the narcissist, the psychopath, the sociopath, the hyper manipulator, who has no fixed self, only a set of performances designed to extract what they want from the world. But a void cannot sustain itself. An emptiness must fill itself with action. Having defined the terrifying what of himself, Iago must know now attend to the how. The manifesto is complete. The practical work of destruction must begin. In the final segment of this explosive opening scene, Iago stops talking about himself. He gives orders. He identifies as the perfect weapon. Brabantio, Desdemona's racist father. He transforms philosophical negation into concrete brutal plan. Awake the snorting citizens. The theory is over, and the attack starts now. If this analysis of Shakespeare's most iconic villain line gave you chills, please like and subscribe. Your engagement allows us to go this deep. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? I am not what I am means. Is he empty or is he purely wholly evil? Thanks for wrestling with the darkness. Remember, in a world of seeming, hold fast to what it is.